Reproductive coercion. It's not a term you may have heard of before, but it's a type of domestic abuse that happens every day. It's the manipulation or pressure by someone in order to control their partner's reproduction. And when you control someone's reproduction, you can also control them. Both men and women can be victims of and committers of reproductive coercion. It comes in many different forms. Pregnancy pressure can simply involve pressuring a partner to become pregnant or carry a pregnancy they do not want or terminate a pregnancy they do want. Pregnancy coercion involves using threats or violence to force a partner to become pregnant, carry, or terminate a pregnancy. This includes using violence to cause a miscarriage. Someone who threatens to leave their partner if they do not have an abortion is using reproductive coercion. So is the person who refuses or manipulates their partner into not using condoms. This is an example of birth control sabotage, which is actively trying to cause a pregnancy by undermining contraceptives. This includes withholding, hiding, or tampering with birth control pills, removing in-uterine birth control devices, contraceptive patches, or vaginal rings, poking holes in condoms or taking them off during sex, or not pulling out when that was agreed upon method. Reproductive coercion goes hand in hand with intimate partner violence. In abusive relationships, a quarter of young women report their partner tried to get them pregnant by interfering with their birth control. And for young women using public assistance, 66% of them reported birth control sabotage. Reproductive coercion is not family planning. It is not locking someone down. It is manipulative and it is abuse.
Reproductive abuse is when a person tries to control your reproductive choices in order to control your life. Reproductive abuse is also called reproductive coercion. Coercion is when a person tries to persuade you to do something using force or threats. For an example, there's a couple in a relationship and the woman wants to have the baby, but the male doesn't. So in order for the male to accomplish his goal, he'll use threats or say things like, if you have the kid, I won't be in a relationship with you anymore. This is an example of reproductive coercion.
Since reproductive coercion is such a fairly new topic, there is very little information about its victims and their specific cases. Instead, between the years 2005 and 2015, researchers conducted 27 case studies in which they were able to take surveys from various women and men who made claims of either having an abortion or having his or her intimate partner manipulate them into doing various sexual activities that would qualify under the definition of reproduction coercion. There are three general means of reproduction coercion: pregnancy control, birth control sabotage, and abortion coercion. Some of the ways that women can reproductively coerce men are by 1, lying about being on birth control, and 2, sabotaging birth control methods, for example, poking holes in condoms. It's both reproductive coercion when holes are poked in condoms in order to get the partner pregnant without their consent, and for the abuser to get themselves pregnant when their partner has already expressed concerns about having children. In a case study, researchers found that of 1,209 abortion patients, 31% were Black women, 19% were Hispanic, and 17% were white. Of the 1,209 abortion patients, 60% of them were low income. All these patients make claims that it's because their partner wanted the abortion that they got one in the first place. This would be an example of abortion coercion. In another case study of 1,463 women over the age of 18 in Philadelphia, the study found that 57% were white, 23% were Black, and 15% were unidentified. The women made claims that their partner made it difficult to use birth control. This would be an example of birth control sabotage. At least 68% of all of these patients were low income. These are just 2 of the many cases that have been conducted and that have statistics about the demographics of victims. Clearly, reproductive coercion can happen within any race or ethnicity and among any age group. However, we do see a major concern that over half of the patients that make claims of reproductive coercion are low income. Though reproductive coercion happens every day, not many victims are able to recognize or even identify what is happening to them. It can happen to any one of us.
In 2018, the Institute for Women's Policy Research conducted a survey consisting of 164 survivors in domestic violence shelters in 11 different states. 4 in 10 survivors reported that their partner tried to get them pregnant against their will or sabotage their birth control in some sort of way. 84% of these survivors became pregnant. In another research done in 2019 by Obstetrics and Gynecology, the survey included 550 sexually active high school female students. 12% had reported they had a recent reproductive coercion.
Signs that you should be aware of and to let you know if you're a part of this abuse is if your partner is hiding or throwing away any of your pills if you are a woman and you're taking birth control, or if they're breaking or making holes in the condoms and you don't want to be pregnant and they try to impregnate you, or even removing your IUDs or your vaginal rings, as well as threatening behavior they may have upon you when it comes to abortion. If you got pregnant during the situation and you wanted to keep your baby, they can threaten you by leaving a relationship if you don't abort it, or even just little subtle things you should be aware of. Recognize the signs. Together
Together
we can stop the abuse.